The subject Donald Trump hinted he had planned to raise, but didn't. Watch.
But you want to know the truth? I was going to say something extremely rough to Hillary, to her family, and I said to myself, I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's inappropriate. It's not nice.
Well, as we now know, he was talking about Bill Clinton's extramarital affairs going from his Arkansas days all the way to the White House, and Hillary Clinton's role in dealing with numerous of Bill's other women. So is this a legitimate issue? Let's ask our nightly political panel. Byron York is here from the Washington Examiner and Molly Hemingway from the Federalist. Well, Molly, is this a legitimate issue to raise?
There's a conventional wisdom that you should never bring up infidelities for the spouse who was wronged. But Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton are not a traditional couple. And Hillary Clinton has long played a role enabling Bill Clinton in his many infidelities that we know of going back for many decades. I think a lot of people forget, or maybe they conveniently forget what happened in 1992 when Bill Clinton was running for president and the campaign was dealing with what they internally called bimbo eruptions. And it was Hillary Clinton who encouraged the campaign to hire a former colleague of hers, Jack Palladino, as a private investigator to deal with these problems. She called them Bill's rodeo queens. So that's her language. And that Jack Palladino wrote a memo that the campaign accepted that talked about how the campaign should do everything in its power to discredit and destroy Jennifer Flowers, who was the woman that Bill Clinton had a long-time affair with. And that's exactly what they did. So this is not a typical situation of a completely wronged spouse who has no role to play here.
It's not as if Hillary Clinton has ever been reluctant to attack women when she felt it was necessary.
And right, and it's not just with Jennifer Flowers, it's with every single woman of the many women who have alleged anything from voluntary sexual affairs with the former president on to involuntary sexual interactions with him.
Yeah, that rape as alleged by Juanita Broderick. Byron, your thoughts?
Well, this is what Trump wants to do. He wants to be able to say to Hillary Clinton, you call yourself a feminist, but when your husband mistreated women and they complained, you attacked them, you smeared them, you called them crazy, and you did all this. Now, that's what Trump wants to do. It has two possibilities of backfiring. The first one is it can make Hillary Clinton a more sympathetic person. Remember, in the 1990s, she was not a particularly popular first lady because she was involved in a lot of the Clinton scandals.
Well, she was also involved in issues, too. Health care, which was not a popular proposal.
But after the Lewinsky affair, her approval rating went way up because she was viewed as the wife who was wronged. So how does the public react to him bringing that up this time? It could be similar. The other way it can backfire, kind of an exploding cigar in Trump's face, is this is a guy who ran around with women and left his first wife, and ran around with women and left his second wife, and Hillary Clinton could say, Donald Trump is talking to me about marital infidelity, give me a break. So it has a lot of ways to blow up in Trump's face.
Well, I see those two possibilities. Is there any way it can work for him?
It's going to be hard for him to press this case of her fighting, of her mistreating women. It's going to be tough.
What do you think, Molly?
Well, I think one of the issues from the primary was that Donald Trump was viewed as someone who would be willing to go for the jugular against Hillary Clinton. And as Monday night's debate showed, he's not proving what he said he would be only able to do among all of the Republican candidates. And this idea that he would be so well suited for this task, he needs to put up or shut up on that. Well, it's too late to put up or shut. I mean, he needs to put up. That's absolutely what he needs to do. He needs to figure out how to thread this needle. And I think Hillary Clinton did give him some openings and some opportunities. She did want to take credit for her husband's work during his presidency. She is wanting it to be another one of these two for the price of one deals. Well, they really are a partnership. They're a political partnership. I think this is an issue that can be brought forward. It has to be done carefully.
But when you say that, Byron, are you suggesting perhaps that he's got to wait for her to bring up something that might relate
Absolutely.
to, and not to bring it up himself?
Absolutely, not bring it up himself. Remember, this is a candidate who does pretty well when he talks about the issues. He did well at the debate when he was talking about trade and jobs, less so when he's under attack about birtherism or his taxes or something. The more he talks about trade, about jobs, about immigration, the better off he is. So he should have a way to deal with her attacks, but he shouldn't be bringing up Bill Clinton's women.
But if he sees an opening, maybe then it works.
It could.
Okay. Molly, Byron, thank you. Be back later.